I've seen, what the fuck, Green PewDiePie play it. So I decided I need to play it too. Because it looked interesting, and it was just kind of like a puzzle game that I'd never seen before. And then, of course, as soon as I buy it today, I start seeing things for it at work. So that's why... What the heck? So, yeah. Oh shit, what am I doing? I'll go back on that. Info and settings. Gotta set this up every fucking time I play. I streamed so long yesterday that it basically kicked me off from playing that one game that I was playing, God of War 3 Remastered. So let's hope, well, this game's is less than 2 hours, so it shouldn't be longer than that. Let's hope that it's not. Okay, the stream is up. Alright. How do I... Oh, my volume's on my computer. Now how the hell do I do this? Oh, that's cool.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you. And I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning with the house.
Ooh, what a neat looking house. Like, I would live in that house. That's no joke. Like, I'm just weird like that. Come on, get my chat up. What if people talk to me? There we go. I wish I could run in this oh wait, what am I doing? I know that there's this thing back here. I want to hit every event because I know that there are people.
My brother Milton disappeared when I was 4. It was like the house just swallowed him up.
There we go. I didn't have my mic on my mouth down. Oh. God, everything's so slow.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
This is such a cool game.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked
Woo.
urgent, open immediately.
Let's just close that bitch up.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral. In a will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
This family
Maybe
sucks.
she thought I'd know.
Like, it's nothing but death.
Or
Now,
she thought
I'm gonna take the right way because I know the left way goes directly. It goes through the woods. I want to see if this triggers anything. Probably just a direct path without walking through the fucking woods.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Huh. That's a different reaction than the other way. This is a road that's very small. Like, what kind of car is getting through there? There's a fucking deer. That was cute.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But
I would
now I had questions
still
about
live
my
in it. I
family
would be
coming
living
to
in
the
this house
and the
right
answers
now.
to.
Like, that's cool. I would live up in that top room right up there. Let's walk back through here, see what happens. Since I'm just wasting time at this point.
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent.
Oh,
As if
see?
they're
I got a
allowed to
trophy
say
for it.
something, but
Nice.
never do.
'Cause I just want to make sure that I explore everything that I possibly can while playing this game. And if at any time you don't like my annoying voice talking while playing this game, Too bad, because I have to do it to get around copyrights. So, yeah, F off. Like, the guy that commented on, the game yesterday that I was playing, God of War. I don't want copyrights, because if I have music or anything, and if I'm not talking over it at least every couple of minutes, that could copyright my stream. So that's what I'm doing to get around that. But I doubt anybody's gonna watch this stream. This is so cool. I like just everything about this. Just the noises. Wish I could just run up to this and dunk. Look at that dragon.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it. As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Not that bad. I've been in some pretty creepy houses.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house. I hoped the key might unlock the front door.
Which it doesn't. Hey, someone's watching. Welcome to the stream.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11. For the first time in years, I felt like I was home. But instead of a family, there were just memories of one. Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot. Or how after Louis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Aw, cute. It's like nothing in here has been moved at all. And this house is awesome.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture. My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Well, that mom's a bitch. Can I see the house? I can see the house out there.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Yeah, go right up that chimney. I just see a... Oh, I thought it was gonna let me touch that book.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Neat.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
This house is so creaky and I love it. Can I look through that peephole?
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library. After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Ooh.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it. Edie's father, Odin, built the original house. Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Neat.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left. My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Jeepers.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Later, Katie. Did you like my Harley text? I'm getting pretty good at it. You text pretty weird. This is what remains of Edith Finch.
The last time I was in Edith Senior's room, I was 10 and she was painting a portrait.
In the car and I was getting ready to go when they pulled up. Said we're going to McDonald's to get something. I said, can you give me something? So I did.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Yeah, today at work, I just felt like crap. But then again, I did find mold in my back seat.
In Great Uncle Walter's room.
And you're going to.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to take it and just take it over and just...
Lewis told me there were secret
Yeah.
passages, but I never believed him.
You found out that it was wet. You should have went and vacuumed it.
Yeah.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Once you vacuum it out really well, get some Lysol spray.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid
Yeah.
of.
And then just spray it down.
Okay.
From the paintings on the wall, it was
That
clear
was
my
my
brother
mom
Milton
that
had
was
been
in here.
before me.
But nobody's
Doing this,
listening, so.
Maybe it sounds like I had a plan.
She bought me McDonald's, so makes me feel loved.
But I had no idea what was behind that door.
It's nothing but death.
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead. I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Weirdo.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
That's cute as hell. Let go of it. There we go.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
While looking at a painting.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here. before my mom sealed the doors.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen.
It all started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner.
I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Well, there's fucking gerbil turds in there.
I ate a lot of things that night.
That's not even actual fruit.
I kept eating and eating.
Yuck.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly,
I became a cat.
I was a cat. I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared. Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
I'm lost.
I jumped and I almost got her.
Where the fuck am I?
I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Ooh.
I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass. Rabbits.
Where? Where the fuck are they at? Of course, I'm eating while doing this live stream. Where the fuck are these rabbits? Yeah, fuck that rabbit.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger. A mama rabbit.
Where the hell did I go? the fuck is that rabbit at? I wish I could look up. Of course, this is a puzzle game that you don't fucking... There's no possible... Oh, there you are. Fuck yeah.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Because if this isn't the most just ridiculous thing I've ever fucking seen.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. I wanted fat, juicy seeds.
What the fuck? We're gonna sneak up behind it real quick.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Come here, little seal. For the love of fucking God. Okay, why the fuck did it speed up right there?
But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed. Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere. I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Yeah, come on, fuck over here.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't. Passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
Yum.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe. got closer and closer. All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
I'm gonna fill this entire thing out.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past.
Oh my god, the game froze.
Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Ooh.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. Her room was like a museum.
Odin.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
Just takes his entire house. Like, that's a logical thing to do.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
But what makes no sense to me is
Odin's daughter Edie,
how
with
did
husband Sven and
he
baby
sail
Molly,
that all the way
step ashore on their new home,
to
Orcas Island.
How the fuck did he get that all the way to the Washington coast? No, shit, I want to go back to that. I didn't finish that. Hopefully it's where I was.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Okay. Now let's put Odin in the book.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones. Great-Grandma had always been the family's biggest fan. Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Huh.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time. One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
What a badass.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Yeah, what kind of sense does that make? Look at that pregnant belly.
Even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Yuck.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Which is dumb. Why would you put carpet in the bathroom?
It was a pretty big trace.
There's a secret in this bathroom.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Aw, cute.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
God, this McDonald's is tasty as fuck. Push.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did. At Barbara's funeral, he swore he'd never be afraid again, and he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly. But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
Get it?
I told him going around was impossible.
I have faith in you. You can do it.
Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Alvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up.
Oh, I made it.
Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing. After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Did I go the wrong way? Of course I did. There we go. Getting shit done.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies. Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star. I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Yo, what up, Junior? Just playing this puzzle game. Or,
Of all
yeah,
the stories people
puzzle
wrote
game.
about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
It's called What Remains of Edith Finch. It's a PlayStation 4 game.
Another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream.
I seen Jacksepticeye playing it.
Now at 16,
I wanted to
she
play
was
all of the game
washed up.
and then watch how he plays it.
But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream
Beastie Con.
at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Oh.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate
Yeah.
when...
Jacksepticeye is pretty fucking funny.
Now that was a great
Like,
scream.
I wish I had his numbers. 16 million subscribers? Like, holy shit. But I'm fine with the 81 I got.
So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention...
This is about a cursed family that lives in Washington.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
So he just decides he's the important one to go down there.
So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
I like that the Halloween theme is playing.
And imagine the worst.
Like, I don't know if you can hear that because I'm talking, but destroy this place. This is the last time I'm gonna get to do this. Fuck yeah. The Halloween theme. What else can I hit?
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
This fucking place is creepy. Just beat the fuck out of this thing.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh.
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your screen.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act
I'm not
furious.
scared.
All
I'm
getting from you now
furious.
is that you're hurt and
Furious.
confused and you're
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
You're dead. Let's hit these books. Nope, can't hit those. I'll be done with this game by like midnight tonight. Cause it's not a long game.
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand.
Yeah.
Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hookman, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
And there's no way out.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
I spent $20 on this fucking game.
Hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Yeah. I work at GameStop, so it was $20. You can actually only buy it on digital download, so I spent $25 at GameStop to buy a $20 game I'll have done by midnight, and I can't refund it,
She
so...
saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life.
Yeah.
I wasn't there
Scream.
myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard. But that's another story. As for
Do they sell PSN codes or 2017 games?
is all they ever
At GameStop? Yeah, we sell every new game that comes out.
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
I like that it's her ear at the end of it, like, just morbid as fuck.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
I gotta crawl back in that fucking hole. Is there anything else in here I can touch?
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Well, it's time to head into the basement. Are you kidding me? The game keeps fucking buffering. Oh, like, should be completely downloaded. I downloaded it, the entire thing before I started playing. There we go. Yeah, put that fucking key in there.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot. I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Oh, I gotta turn the light off. It's much too dark to be. There we go. Now everything looks a little clearer.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
By going under the house.
There's a pattern in all these stories. I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Get
Goodbye,
it, Walter,
everyone.
get it.
I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow.
Yeah, eat
But if
those
you wait long
peaches.
enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting.
I'm done
I have to
waiting.
leave. Well, I still can. I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one more day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Hit by a fucking train.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
McDonald's tastes good.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me. Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
Sorry about the chewing, anybody that had to listen to that. I was
But if she
eating
never told
my
me
dinner.
about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
What is this?
I don't want to make the same mistakes
No,
she
I want to
made.
see what that fucking thing is. What is that? I was eating some McDonald's. You know, cheap, easy,
Trying to bury
fattening.
something that's still alive.
good after a long day at work.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Oh yeah, tasty as fuck, bro. Look at that.
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of.
Nice. I'm from the United States.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Is there anything? This game is so nice. I just love the way it looks.
The house had that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness. Any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Yeah.
It's embarrassing
just,
for me to admit this,
like, you just look around and you get to see see things that you wouldn't normally look at. I mean, I just like looking at things.
3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Okay, so the names of these are Zerby, Lurpy, Furpy, Chirpy, Burpy, Derpy, and Derpy Jr. Well, if that ain't just dumb.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Vivid.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night. Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Sanjay Kumar? Who the fuck is that? You don't hear anything about that guy during the fucking...
We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Yeah, it's a neat treehouse. Like, I wish I had one. Hell, I wish I had a house that looked like this. Did you get to see what it looked like from the outside?
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
Looks like a comfy bed. Yeah, it's just... I'm one of those type of people that... Like, I kind of wish I grew up in a time of, like, fun houses, like, in the 20s and shit like that. And, like, fun houses, freak shows, bunch of other shit. I'm just a weird kind of person. And, you know, that
Dawn,
might...
I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm?
Perfect.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything? It's gonna rain the whole
Of course you
weekend,
are.
isn't it? I'll never forget this weekend,
Quit reading a
Dad.
fucking book,
That's
you
the spirit.
whore.
Smile, Dawn. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. The camera's older than you are.
Definitely should not have drunk a...
Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
Dad!
Hey, eyes, Dawn. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target.
I'm over here, Dad.
What do you want from me, you bitch?
Let me get behind you.
Yeah, take that fucking shot.
You don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong.
Yeah,
Great shot, Dawn!
right in its fucking neck.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Dad,
It's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Imagine that being the last thought, or the last moment that you got to see your dad alive. Falling off a fucking cliff. Like, that's what people remember you by.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Look, it's filling out pretty good. I gotta get Don, Milton, Lewis, Gus, Gregory, and Edie. So, you know, I'm already doing better than most of the people that I've seen play this game. Because I'm a collector. What's in here? Ooh. I don't want to go in there yet. Look at all these medals. Let's actually go over here. Look out the window.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
I can't look through the peephole the other way, I guess.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something. After Sam
Man,
died,
this is a neat as
my mom
fuck
and Edie
house.
got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
I see that baby picture. That's terrifying to look at. He looks like he's got a fucking mustache.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Oh no, this bath is not over. Bitch.
Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like.
Come here, duckies. Yeah.
He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination.
What up? Bubble bath.
But I worried about a baby being too happy. I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could.
She doesn't even stop to think about why the whale's in there or why the bubble bath is in there.
Damn it.
everything.
Oh yeah, definitely. The best parents in the world. I mean, come on.
I know what happened wasn't your fault.
Like, these are some great parents.
I'm sure he's happy. You want him to be happy too. Good luck, Kay.
That's too much white.
Love, Sam.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely wouldn't let a child sit in a bathtub by themselves unless I was like sitting by.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
What the fuck am I supposed to do right now? Oh, okay.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Yeah.
The thunder sounded much too close.
I grew up in that kind of family too, where it's...
But all my father said to this was, make the music louder. I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Little rebellious guy. Mohawk
Mom
and shit.
told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus. My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Awesome.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Okay, that's who Sanjay is.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later.
Ooh, promiscuous.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Ooh.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
I'm gonna have this game done in like 20
Things
minutes.
were good. Almost normal. But it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
I've looked through every other people.
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings. Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
That's Inception.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Yeah, he gets to put fucking flip books inside of flip books, and I can barely paint.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Faux show. Right up there. He probably has the best story out of everyone else in the game.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job.
Hey man,
at the cannery.
you're allowed to do whatever you want. It's your life. Cause where else are you gonna go, Junior? I mean, we've already done everything that's down.
Louis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Man, that's trippy. They don't even spell it right. I guess that's how they get around it.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began
For those of you that know me, I'm allergic to fish.
wander. I asked him to describe it. He said he started small.
Get the fuck over there.
Imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads.
Yeah, I guess.
And things that have not names.
Then what do you call them if they don't have names?
But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then, daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss, but he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Hey, it's a Doge.
On the edge of a city named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick.
I'd like to know more about your story,
And
man.
he made musicians.
I'm sorry if I keep calling you a man. I just assume that only men watch my stuff, but then again, that's probably sexist of me. So, if you're a woman, I'm sorry.
He talked about starting a band.
But yeah, we all have stories that we're not willing to tell people, and I mean, I've had my fair share of bad times.
His imagination grew stronger.
Okay, well, I'm sorry for calling you a guy, but we all have our fair share of bad times, and it's just what we're willing to go through to make ourselves feel better.
Was as reliable as ever.
Like, I know there are people that they think that their only option is to take their own life, but I just want to tell everyone that, I mean,
even the stones
that's
under
not,
his feet.
that's, like, it's pointless to take your own life. Like, there are people out there that love you, and you should never feel that you're unloved. I mean, does that kind of make sense? That there's always going to be someone out there that loves you, regardless.
And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Yeah. You know, it's just some deep shit. I like to have conversations with people about things like that and why they feel that way and whatnot.
St. Louis.
No, I've watched a little bit on it.
He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery.
I like how they took Minneapolis and just put Lewis on
Even
it.
as his mother pleaded with him,
Minnesota.
part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Yeah.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
handsome queen. Why do you ask if I've played it before?
The queen was on her own quest for sinister serpents.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you meant like you had thoughts of like suicide or whatnot.
He followed the sound of her.
Is that a person or is that a
silver harp?
Do you guys know San Nicholas?
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination.
See,
but he was so
I understand people having thoughts like that, and I'll never speak badly about somebody that has those thoughts.
In his own eyes.
But all I ask is that if you have thoughts like that, like, talk to someone. Don't be afraid of what someone's gonna say. Never think about the negatives in life.
Who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was
life is too short to think about the negatives. And if you spend all of your life thinking about the negative, how are you going to be positive?
But the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him. Began to forget the world we know.
Trippy. He just had these same fucking stickers and posters everywhere. What is that? Is that a DS?
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Who do you hate so much?
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
I didn't even notice the pipe.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king.
Junior, are you still there? Who's San Nicholas?
The palace
or what's San Nicholas?
His companions. Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising me.
Look at that big fucking cat. Oh. I don't know what San Nicholas is either, man. Look at that guy, he's jolly.
His queen waited, holding his crown. There was There's only one thing
Oh,
left to do.
okay, I got you. Kind of like the whole, oh, I'm mad at you type of thing. I got you. I'm feeling it.
Bend down his head. And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
This game is so good.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
All I gotta do is get Dawn, which is just upstairs.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Can you?
He was so proud of being Indian. I think for him, it was a way to be something other than just a Finch.
So, where can you see them? Oh, okay, I see. I got you. There's yelling in my house right now. Yeah, the attention to detail on this game is just...
On the way back from Lewis's funeral,
it's pretty fucking good.
She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
Yeah. Mundane lives.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Yeah, totally. I'd be his friend too.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
Everyone needs a friend.
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night. That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow.
That's
Let's
to the
just
point.
enjoy our
Hey,
lives.
we're gonna argue.
Edith, you're excused.
Jeez.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
The thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your story. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Just keep going straight.
I got turned around.
Well, fuck, we're gonna be stuck here for a while.
I wondered.
Oh, I lost my way.
I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's
How did
mine.
she get in?
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both
Like
tried
how she's
to
always
make the best
wearing
of it.
something on her wrists.
A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it.
Yay,
She started getting sick a lot.
6 viewers, not subscribers.
The rest happened pretty quickly.
As soon as I said 6, it disappeared. Oh, look, back again. I guess, yeah, you got me there.
And then she didn't.
I didn't even stop to think about
then I
that
was
those were the
alone.
mittens that Edie had made for her.
The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and
I should have
brief
bought
all of
Unravel
this is.
instead of this. I wish I could get a refund.
This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
I like the game, but I just wish I had something that had a lot more content in it.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
That's a cool house. I would live there. Ugh. Now we get to sit through the melodramatic credits. So, you don't have to be a subscriber, but I'm just glad that those of you that stuck around had actually watched what I made, and I hope you enjoyed, although listening to my voice isn't very enjoyable. It said January 19th, not June. Fuck. It's 11:30. I'm so tired. I gotta work at 2:30 tomorrow. Yeah, no, at first it was like June, and then I just had to look a little longer and seeing that it said January, but yeah, 2:30 in the afternoon. I work at GameStop. Yeah, no, not 2:30 in a couple hours. That would be ridiculous. I didn't get off till 9, and I just pretty much came in my room and started playing this game. Yeah. I have to buy those, man. I can't just... Oh. Yeah, what you've heard is probably true. I'd have to buy them if I was to get them for you, Junior. Well, have you ever heard anything about people working at GameStop? any of the stories about working there, like the shit that happens and whatnot. Enjoy. Thank you. Thank you. Look at that cute Finch. Well, that is the end of the game. The replay a story option is now available. Well, I've unlocked everything. So, I'm going to call that a successful live stream. I've played the game all the way through. Now I'm going to turn off my PlayStation in the stream, and I'm going to switch over to my Xbox and watch some YouTube. So, if you like this, like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend. Come back tomorrow. I'll probably be playing another game. It'll probably be me finishing up God of War. So if you're interested in God of War, come back for that tomorrow. Sir Charles out. I am going to be on a blue screen.